Dennard joins us now. Right, Parris, how can Joy Behar tell Senator Scott, a black man, that he doesn't understand racism?
Thank you for having me. Good to be with you again. I will tell you this. Joy Behar is the last person in America who should be lecturing the black community, and especially Senator Tim Scott, on the issues of racism. But I guess because of the fact that she wore blackface proudly as an adult means that she knows a little bit something about racism. Ultimately, what Senator Tim Scott's inspirational message to the American people did was he was honest. And that's what we want. We want honest and transparency. We want people that are able to connect and tell his story. His story is the quintessential American story. He acknowledged the fact that there's times in his life where he's experienced racism. I experienced racism all this week. I spent the better part of my morning sending tweets, reports to Twitter, trying to get them to deal with some of these racist things that were said about me for supporting Senator Scott. But I will tell you this, our founding fathers understood in our founding documents that this country was going to be founded upon freedom. They understood that everybody was going to be treated equal.
This is interesting. This is interesting. It took Twitter 11 hours to take down the racist posts posted against Senator Scott. Racist posts were posted about you. Have they taken them down? Are they still up? Why didn't they take them down immediately?
That is a question that big tech has to answer. Twitter is being irresponsible in this nature. When we first saw the tweets here at the RNC, I put out a tweet and immediately our chairwoman, Ron McDaniel, retweeted it, denouncing it. The RNC Twitter pages, GOP, denounced it, retweeted it. We saw it, we called it out, but Twitter left it up. The tweets that have been attacking me, they're still up there. And I don't know why, but they need to be serious about this. If this had been said or done towards liberals, they would have a different story. But because this is being done to black conservatives, they give it a pass.
Parris, you know why those posts are still up there. They don't. You know why? Because Twitter has it out for any conservative and any black person who strays from the Democrat fold. That's why those posts are still up there. And I think it's absolutely outrageous. I'm sorry, I'm out of time, but I've got to move on real fast here. President.
Crazy. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do a two for
first agenda is going to.
So understood, Parris. Understood.
Two stories in one. This story here is crazy.
Now that we told you briefly earlier on the program about a college professor berating a student for calling police heroes. Susan, come on in. You've got the full story. Take us through it.
So a professor at Cypress College in Southern California berated a student during a Zoom class for calling the police heroes.
I think cops are heroes and they have to have a difficult job, but we have to have
all of them.
Oh, I'd say a good majority of them. I do support our police. We have bad people, and the people that do bad things should be brought to justice. I agree with that.
You're saying police officers should be revered, viewed as heroes? They belong on TV shows with children?
I think they are heroes in a sense because they come to your need and they come and help you.
They're actually supposed to protect and serve the people.
They do protect us. Who do we call when we're in trouble and someone has a knife or a gun?
I wouldn't call the police.
Why wouldn't you call the police?
I don't trust them. My life's in more danger.
Who would you call?
In their prisons.
Professor, who would you call?
I wouldn't call anybody.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, that liberal mentality. You hear that? If someone pulls a knife on her, someone's attacking her, a gun on her, she's being robbed, she's being raped. He asked her, who would you call? She says she wouldn't call anyone. So in her mind, 100% of police are bad. So bad that even in need, she's in dire need, she's saying she's not going to call anyone. Now, you know that's some motherfucking bullshit. Because you know that's the same chick. You drop her here in Brooklyn someplace. You got certain cats going up on her just to flirt. She's picking up that motherfucking phone and she's 911-ing. She's 911-ing more than Flavor Flav. You know what I'm saying? So that's on bullshit. That's what I'm saying. They're all on that bullshit when they say that. That's why it's like driving in Brooklyn, up and down. All you seeing is these signs, defund the police in these motherfuckers' windows. Mind you, let there be a blackout. They'll be the ones that's gonna be first to get up out of Dodge. And they'll also be the first to call the police. Mind you, why all these Karens always calling police on Negroes? They're the ones that's all this social justice warrior, defund the police. But what do you see them doing? On TV, viral all the time, doing something racist or calling 911 on a brother. These liberals are crazy, man.
You feel if you're paying college tuition for that type of teaching? Now, this happened during a communications class. A student, Ellis here, was giving a presentation about cancel culture and why it's so destructive and tearing up the country. But then after the presentation, there was supposed to be this 10-minute Q&A. But instead, as you saw there in that video, the professor used that time to really, I would say, aggressively go after the student and really question his thoughts and his thinking. But I thought college was supposed to be like an open square where you debate thoughts and views, and you're allowed to have different.
That's what's happening in colleges across America. They're programming these kids.
Who came across as the sane, intelligent person?
The student.
It was the student.
Yeah.
The professor was utterly irrational.
Right.
She wouldn't call anybody because she doesn't trust a couple.
But also all this
That is
opinion.
absolutely pathetic.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of teaching there in that Q&A. You know, as a parent, I would be a little disappointed with that.
Intellectually weak is the best I can say. I'm going to move on.